something I really noticed from your videos is that you're a very likable guy. You know, you're very, like a sort of very warm person, somebody that you want to get to know more. What do you think about things like charisma? Is that something that we're born with, or do you think we can develop it? Because you mentioned before about being a bit more of a sort of a magnet person. How can somebody develop if they feel shy and nervous? How can somebody be that person that lights up a room and brings everybody's attention to them to build that kind of friendships?
So I'm not going to take credit for this advice because, I didn't invent this framework. I got this from a book called The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox-Cabane. And if people want to know more about charisma, I highly recommend that book. But, to borrow expertise from Olivia, from her book, so charisma is broken down into 3 parts, right? It's presence, power, and warmth. And it's definitely a learnable skill, with a few simple tweaks in your mindset, your body language, your presentation, and the way you communicate yourself. Anyone can exude personal magnetism. So again, if you want to find out more, go read her book. But to give the listeners right now some actionable advice, the first thing that you want to focus on is giving the person you're with, whoever you're with, right, your full undivided attention. Put away your phone, look them in the eye, actively listen, and really pay attention to what's going on around you, right? While conversing with that person, and just make them feel like they're the most important person in the world. So presence is the most important part of charisma. The second thing, power. How do you come across as someone powerful? Remember, people will tend to accept whatever you project. So, for example, if you see a guy in a well-tailored suit and he's got a great haircut and he's put together, automatically you'd assume that this guy's successful. He's someone worth getting to know. The same guy, if you see him wearing baggy sweatpants, he's got stains in his clothes, you would automatically assume that, this guy's lazy, he's a slob, his life isn't going anywhere, right? So for people to say that, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, I mean, I don't know which planet you're living on, man, but, we all make assumptions very quickly, right? So it's really figuring out how you want people what you want people to think of you and portraying yourself in such a manner, right? Because you do have influence on what people would think of you. And then the last part is warmth. So again, it's just about being genuinely concerned and caring about other people's well-being, right? Like you can't just fake, you can't fake caring about other people. Like you need to have a genuine desire to get to know people and be concerned about their well-being. So all 3 things combined together is what a charismatic person would do.
Because that was something, that I was taught from a young age was treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter if they're a CEO to the janitor to some guy in the street. You care about everybody. You treat them all with respect. And sadly, it's a way of living that's gone out of our society.